So we head into another season. What's different about this year than years past?
It's not so much what's different. It's just like we have new players. We have a new mentality. I think we want it really bad this year, and we're gonna do everything we can do to like go out and get it all together as a team. And I think we're just really hungry this year. We're really hungry for it.
You talk about that goal. Is that a tournament appearance? What is it?
I think every goal is game by game. We take care of one game at a time. We hope to go in there and take care of all the games that we can take care of. Hopefully that results in a tournament appearance. Hopefully that results in a good seeding within the Pac-12. But it's game by game. We're just going in with the mentality that we want to win every game that's in front of us. And so right now we're just focused on the single game and like in front of us,
Has the frustration of not getting picked last year though lingered? I mean, has that stayed in the back of your minds, kind of motivated you guys?
I think so. I think definitely as individuals, also as a unit, I think it's something where it's like we might have thought it was our year last year. We might have thought that we were like going to get that, but the fact that we didn't, that was kind of a wake-up call. That was like we need to make sure that this season we put everything we can do and make sure that like they can't make that decision. It can't be something where it's like up for grabs and we need to do it. We want to solidify it. We want to be sure that we're going to be in that position when it comes November, when it comes that like whenever that starts. And like I think I definitely, and me personally, like I'm hungry for that, and I know all my teammates around me, like we're hungry for that. Like that's what we want. Like so we're gonna do whatever we can do in practice, like in the games, and like push that forward.
So when you critique yourself, obviously you had a really good year.
Thanks.
But what are the things you look at and say I could have done that better? Is it
Yeah.
off the field stuff potentially maybe?
I look at it for myself, and I think of like the growth that I've had as a player, and like going in my freshman year, first becoming comfortable, getting comfortable with my teammates on the field, getting comfortable with the people around me. Then last year I come in, and I still heavily rely on like the energy for my teammates, and like you're always going to do that because you need to do that. But I think I'm coming in this year like personally like I've worked on mentality pieces as my biggest piece. I'm like, that's something that I get in my head about, something that I feel like it wavers sometimes, like when I get to the midseason slump, all this stuff. And like now it's like the relationship that we have with our teammates like allows for that not to happen as much, and allows for it to like stay more constant, stay more consistent. Like I know I'm coming in with a different confidence piece than I had before. I think our team is coming in all together with a different confidence piece than we had before, because it's like we're going up from here. Like we're not going back. We're not backing down. Like everybody together, like we're going up from here.
Have you sensed, I mean, how important is it that you're a confident player, that you guys in the back line are confident? Because Graham was talking about how, hey, he was honest with the offensive players. They needed to finish more chances last year, and now there's no alley as well. But so do you feel like you guys are going to have to set the tone early? Do you feel like some of those new pieces up front can get you where you want to be offensively early?
I think that the new pieces up front 100% can do that. I think that we have a very talented set of forwards. I think we have a very talented set of back lines. We have a talented set of goalkeepers. Like in every single position that we have depth now. We have depth. And so I think that having that depth like is allowing us so that we can just go forward and go through it and like really take care of what we need to take care of. Because like we have relied a lot on the confidence of the back line. The back line sets the pace, and that's been something that's been a like key and has gone through like in all the last seasons. Our back four radiates confidence to me, radiates confidence to the people in front of them. Like our back four is just always solid. And so I think that with that, it's like our back four is going to stay solid, like no matter who's in, no matter what it is. And now our front line like really has those pieces and those components, and I think that they're really ready to like step up and do all the things that we need them to do.
Along that line, 9 clean sheets last year as a keeper. How much is that you, and how much is that in your back line, and what's that relationship?
I think 100% of it is my back line. I think that everything that I can do is radiated through my back line. Like it's not something that it's like a goalkeeper does it. I think that we are a back line as a collective unit. Everything that I do is like because of what they're doing. I think it's a constant of like each of us playing our roles. They're playing their role in front of me so that I can play my role behind them, and it's always like that. And I think that our back line like made that possible. I think it was like pretty much like our back line pushing for me to be able to do what I was able to do.
When you get recognized as one of the nation's top keepers, how much stock do you put into those individually compared to team aspirations?
Sorry, I totally missed that question.
So you're recognized as one of the nation's top goalkeepers. How much stock do you put into that individual award compared to your team goals for this season?
I definitely appreciate it a lot, and I feel like it's something that I hear, and I'm like, okay, like that validates a lot of the stuff I'm doing, and it feels good. However, I would rather our team get a tournament appearance than get any of the things that I can do on my own. And I think that that's how all of the individuals on our team feel, is that it's more important for our team to go out and our team to like perform on the field than it is for us to get our individual things that we get and the achievements and stuff like that. Because like with our team going up, the individual achievements like come for everyone. it comes, it radiates around everyone. Like, the most important thing for us right now is to go into game one, like, take care of business, and then go after every game from that.
What's going to be the most important thing in this non-conference slate as you get ready for another grind of the Pac-12 schedule?
I think just setting the tone. I think we want to come out early. We want to set the tone strong. We want to make sure everybody's stepping up, and just go up from there. Because it's like, if we set the tone high now, we just build. And it's like, we look at the players that we have right now. We look at the players that are graduating, the fifth years, the freshmen coming in, and like, everybody here has a piece that they can put in to set that tone. And once we do that, then we can just set the tone for the entire Pac-12 season.
You were talking about depth, and Graham was talking about the depth at your position.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure part of that is he doesn't want anybody feeling comfortable, even
Yeah.
despite how well you've played. But also, is there a sense too, you're going to help groom kind of a next generation too at your position? Are you taking some leadership?
I think so. I think that this is the first year where I've been able to step into a leadership role. I think that I finally have the confidence in myself and the confidence, and trust in my team to feel like I can have a voice. And I feel like that has allowed me to do that. I think also in the group of keepers, it's like me and Maddie created an environment for each other last year when it was just us, and we pushed each other. She pushes me every single day, and I push her every single day, and that's just the environment we have. It's a position where one of us play at a time, and we're going to cheer on whoever that is. But at the same time, we're going to push each other, wow, that's going on, And so then we get two new keepers coming in, and it's like we're just kind of bringing them into that environment, and it's nice because we get, me and Maddie coach each other kind of in a sense, and now we get somebody else that we're allowed to able to coach and see all that stuff, because it's with Graham as our goalkeeper coach now, sometimes we need to be the ones that are checking in on each other and coaching each other and making sure that we're not messing up, because he'll be on the other side with the team, and I think that relationship is just so important, and the depth that we have in there allows for that.
I presume it's a position where people can get territorial sometimes. This is my job, you're the competition.
Yeah.
So to have an environment like the one you guys have fostered, is that different?
I think this is the first time in my life, the one that me and Maddie created last year, where that has been the environment. I think that I've never had a training environment that good, and I owe it all to her. And the way that we've created that is we're competitors on the field. We will compete, and we will push each other, and then we'll get off the field and we're best friends. And so it's something where it's just we can do that, we can have that, and we leave it on the field when we do that. But at the same time, it's we're not backing down because we're best friends, because I know she's scratching on the toes 24/7. I know that I'm trying to push forward every second, and that's just how it is. And we just create that so it's not an environment that ends up becoming something negative or toxic. It's you get to push each other, and you get to grow, and you get to have great friends out of it too.
How has your experience over the off-season with USA has helped you for this season?
I think that it's helped me a lot. I think it was something that for me, playing for Team USA has always been my goal. And since I was younger, I remember always saying that, and I think that whenever I get there, it reminds me that I'm always grateful for that opportunity. I'm always looking at that, and it makes me very grateful for being able to be there, but it also has shown me what I need to work on, the areas in my game that need to grow. And I think a huge piece of my confidence growing has been going through those camps. I think it's a position where you hear the blatant truth 24/7. They tell you what you don't want to hear, and when you hear it, you're able to make changes. And it might be something that you don't notice until you go into an environment like that, and then you're allowed to recognize it from that. And I think just I'm very grateful that I was able to have those opportunities and grow from them, and become a more mature player, I guess, from that. And I'm really hoping to bring in the stuff that I was able to do. I was able to do a lot of cool stuff during the off season, and I'm really grateful for that too.
Are there any specific things that they sort of told you needed to improve upon that you're taking to heart and taking into the season?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is more tactically, just the mind, figuring out decision making, stuff like that. I think growing my range and distribution, and then executing it more. And I think that just being solid in my hands, being solid and steady, just in general, I think that's a huge thing for me. And so it's just going down to the basics, breaking it down to the basics, going back from that, and just powering through that, and just changing those things. One small difference there has such a great change, when it comes to the big field game. And so I think it will make a difference.
How long does it take to get your voice back after a game?
I do not get my voice back in season. I don't get my voice back in season. I have definitely a problem with my vocal cords. There's something going on. I lose my voice for every single game. It will be almost all the way back by Thursday during the day. Thursday night, it's gone.
Wow.
It's gone every single time. Yeah.
Okay. I just assumed that was your voice.
No, it's not. I promise. I promise there's another voice in there somewhere, but you just probably have never heard it before.